How important is self-defense in day-to-day life? Pretty good question. For me personally, it's vitally important because it's a club I run and make a living from. If you don't live in a super violent area, it probably won't be. The tips you will get from self-defense training are improved awareness, improved verbal skills, improved confidence, and improved de-escalation skills, conflict management. I have noticed that within the corporate world, conflict management is such a big deal. They love saying, "Yes, we've just done a conflict management course." You ask them what it is, and it's literally just saying sentences that appease people to tick boxes. They're not actually getting to the root of why their staff members might be arguing or why their staff members might be upset with one another. They're just glossing over it and not really getting anything out of it. For us, conflict management can be, if you can take the skill of these two people are arguing and I need to de-escalate it, you can take the skill of this person is angry at me and I need to de-escalate it. You can take that skill and transfer it to the dinner table. Yeah, why are your teenage daughters at each other's throats? You can de-escalate that. You can use basic common self-defense skills from the verbal side of things and figure out what the hell is going on. You can take the body language keys and the body language tip-offs that Bruce, I want to say Durham or Durham, his YouTube channel was Believing Bruce. I will link it under here because I fucking love it. He is a body language expert and he is amazing. He's the only guy I know of who can rock a bow tie and make it look good. If you can take those little biological cues and clues, you can tell when people are lying, you can tell when people are uncomfortable with something, you can tell if someone's not telling you 100% the truth. We can take that skill, and if someone is approaching us, asking us the time, for example, that's a introductory dialogue. That's something they'll use to bridge the gap. So in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, in the old days, you would see Royce Gracie in the first UFC using the foot stomp kick to get closer to grab on. Obviously, if someone comes towards you doing that, you're going to think that something's going wrong. So they will use, "Excuse me, mate, if you've got the time, excuse me, mate, how do I get to the train station for you?" It's introductory dialogue to bridge the gap to get close enough to you to be physical. If someone's coming over to you and they've got little nervous tics or twitches, you can tell from the body language that this person isn't on the level, this person isn't telling me the right thing. So little things like that is not good. That with the nail is fine, that's a scratch. That is not good. That is I'm uncomfortable and I'm telling you something that isn't true. That is not good because it's self-comforting. I'm literally trying to hug myself. Yeah, so little cues like that. So if you're talking to a business partner, if you're talking to a work colleague, if you're talking to your missus or whatever it might be, and you can spot these little things, you go, "Oh, hang on, I can't say for definite that you're lying, but there's definitely something more going on there." One of the cool things that I never noticed until I watched it was Believing Bruce's video on what's her name, Carol Baskin. There's a bit in one of the first episodes, one of the first series, where she says something about her husband, and she sort of looks off camera and goes, "I never clicked, but lip compression." It's you're essentially trying to eat your mouth is trying to stop you from saying the rest of what you're thinking. So again, I would heavily recommend Believing Bruce for the body language. There's a guy called Peter Hyatt who I'll also link, who does statement analysis. You can take those two self-defense techniques, because not every self-defense technique is a physical how to hit someone. It's not how to choke someone. It's not. There's little things. Again, our blood is based on awareness, avoidance, aggression. The aggression is a physical thing we have to do, comes at the very, very end. We need to be aware of it so we can avoid it completely. If we can't avoid it, we need to start working on our escape. We can tell what's going on. We can take verbal clues. We can take physical cues. We know what's going on with this person. If I can tell that you're not entirely on the level, I won't show up to the pub you've invited me to join you for a drink at, because my spidey senses will be going, there's something not quite right there. My gut instinct is saying there's something not quite right there. If I can tell from the way you were saying the words you're saying and using the words you're saying to invite me, and if I can tell by your body language when you're asking me, I can say, you know what, I think this is a setup. I think I'm being asked there for something that I don't want to be a part of. Whether they're going to jump you, whether they're going to take a picture of you with some scantily clad tart to cause trouble at home, whatever it is, There's a reason I don't want to be there, so I'm not going to be there. I can take these cues, excuse me, and transfer them to my everyday life. I think unfortunately what happens is when we talk about is self-defense useful for day-to-day life, people tend to look at, well, I've never been attacked, so yeah, I don't need it, it's not needed. You may not have been physically attacked by somebody you don't know, but you may have been completely fucked over by business partners and friends in the past, and these little techniques that we have possibly could have stopped that happening. So again, self-defense isn't just a series of physical techniques to hurt somebody. It shouldn't be that to begin with at all. But the cerebral side, or cerebral, depending on your philosophical bent, part of it, we can use. We can transfer those skills into everyday life. So again, Believing Bruce for the body language, Peter Hyatt for the statement analysis. I'll try to remember to link them in the bottom here because I'm not overly good at remembering to link things. Any questions, comments, queries, or suggestions, let me know, and I will do my best to answer them as quickly as I can. Thank you.